All right, all right. We are live. Hey YouTube, it's Felice HD. I am back again. Welcome back. This is what we've been waiting for, have we not? So they running it back right now. They running back the scene where Olivia is professing her love for Spencer, and you can tell he's a little teary-eyed, right? He grabs her by the hand. He tells her to pull the car over. He's like, whoa, whoa, whoa. Okay, so they show the accident. This entire scene is replaying, and it's a lot. This is the scene that I really wanted to forget, and now we're looking at it again. So now we hear sirens in the background, and he's telling her to get out. No, no, he didn't tell her to get out. She's telling him to switch seats because she's not gonna pass the sobriety test. Oh shit. He asked her, he was like, "You telling me you drunk right now?" So she took the she took the thermos out and poured it out. So she's talking to him, and he's so they have provided their IDs. The police has come. He's oh. So she was going to look in the glove box to give him the registration, and Spencer looked at him and said no. The officer said, "Hey, whoa, don't move." Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Yes. So they just found out that it's registered to DA Baker. So they switched up altogether. The officer was like, okay, so the first officer, he was getting ready to be on the bullshit, okay? And then the second officer got out and was like, this car is registered to DA Baker. So they're home now. DA Baker came and got her. So she's just like, just happy that nobody's hurt. She invited him over for dinner. So Spencer never had to lie. He never had to lie and say he was driving. So he's like, you're not going to tell your mom? Ooh. He's like, you did relapse. She's like, she don't want to tell her mom that she was drinking because she don't want her to think that she relapsed, right? But Spencer's like, you did relapse though. He's not going for that bullshit. He's like, no, you got to tell your parents, like straight up. You got to tell them. He don't believe her. Oh, they kissing again. Wow, she just let him know that she didn't change. Like it wasn't the out. It wasn't. She was not blaming it on the alcohol. Okay, she's like, no, none of that has changed. I'm here. Like I'm not drunk. You know what I'm saying? So fast forward to Layla and Coop. They're going over business. It looks like they're talking music. So Coop is really agonizing over the music. So Coop is really agonizing over the music because she feels like that's what she needs to focus on right now, which she just reiterated that she is dropping out. So that is true. Spence is in Crenshaw's weight room. He's working out and it's hitting him what just happened with Olivia. And he's starting to think back to that thermos. He's like, all the different instances where he saw her drinking that thermos. So he's like, "You lied to me." He said, "Last night was a one time mistake." He said, "You've been drinking for months." He said, "Your water bottle. I seen you with that all summer." Okay. He said, "You falling off the wagon is a big deal. You need help." He is really upset. He's like, "Olivia, stop it." She is making excuses for it. She was like, she was doing the pills last time and she overdid it. He said, "Be honest with your parents." She asked him to let her take care of it, and he is torn. He is torn. He said he's sorry he can't do that. He said if you don't tell him by tonight at dinner, I will. That's what's up. It's only 7 minutes in, and they did not come to play today. Let's see what's going on in the chat. How y'all feeling? Hey, what's happening? Well, I think my sentiments exactly. She was like, "Okay, this is not how I saw tonight going in my mind. I don't think this is how anybody saw the final, profession of love on both ends. We did not see it panning out this way. So I think we're all a little, let us pray in the face, okay? But shout to TO1 TV and Entertainment, Samuel. That's how I was feeling. I was like, what's up? What's really good? Because not only did that just happen, and they was about to get officially pressed out by the police. Let's be clear. They was about to get pressed out until the other officer came and was like, "That's DA Baker's car." So once they found out Olivia was DA Baker's daughter, they didn't ask no more questions. They was like, I think you should call your mom." So I know it's a lot. I'm a little annoyed because I just wanted to see them win. You know what I mean? After all that both of them have been through, like I really just wanted them to just have a moment of just, living a little. Um, it doesn't look like it's gonna happen anytime soon because they're preparing right now to have a dinner at the Bakers, and Spencer just let Olivia know that he's on to her. He's like, "Okay, we've been walking around with that water bottle all in summer." Okay, because she lied and told him it was just a one-time thing. She just had a few sips. It was nothing major. He was like, "Yeah, but you've been walking around with that water bottle all summer, so I'm calling bullshit. And if you do not tell your parents tonight, I will. So that's how that's about to go. All right. It's not looking good for their relationship or their friendship at this point, because as he's listening to her making excuses, he was just holding his head like, I can't do this. He was like, do you realize you almost died last time? Like, I'm not going to play with you. He's out there lifting weights because he was working out. So we're back from commercial break, and Spencer is texting um he was texting and Coach Baker. So the UCLA coach resigned. Coach Baker is telling him that he don't panic, because um Coach Baker is like, don't panic. But so he had a shoe in with the UCLA coach already, and he was like, that's literally my only in to college ball. So this coach that he had already kind of made an arrangement with, or whatever, is now resigning. So they're having more tryouts. He said that he's finished therapy. He's finishing therapy, and he also was talking to him about dinner tonight. He said that they were gonna reconnect. He wanted him to handle therapy, and um, they were gonna celebrate basically him finishing that. So we're in Beverly now. We're fast forward to Beverly, and Olivia is having a conversation with Asher, and he asked her how she was doing, and he told her that he was glad that she's okay. So now Jordan and Simone are outside. They're having a little in between class soiree, and they're just chopping it up. Something's wrong with Jordan. He said that he doesn't want to keep the marriage thing under wrap. He said that he wants to let everybody know at dinner tonight. She's like, tonight is really sudden. Like, let's just say they don't kill us. What do you think my mom is gonna say? Wow. Jordan said he's ready to celebrate her as his wife. Simone said, please don't disturb the peace. Asher walks up and interrupts. And Jordan was like, yes, you did interrupt. And he was like, I'm sorry about that. He's like, what's the deal? So Asher was asking him if they could do some drills. Him and Jay were going to get together and run some drills. And he said no, they were going to do some drills right now. Sorry about that. So the coach at Beverly is talking to Asher about the plays. She said Asher is half-assing it because he's pissed off about his position. She gave him the playbook, and so it's up to him to study it. We're fast forward to Crenshaw. It's a woman out there. She got swag though. She's like, my grandmother could kick better than you. he challenged her. He was like, she's over there spitting seeds out. He said, why don't you bring your butt over here and kick it or shut up? You know what I'm saying? Uh-oh. She just kicked it over the field goal. She said, how you doing, sweetie? Sis just made it's good. They running drills. Everyone is good. You should see you should see Coach Baker. He grinning ear to ear. He said, hold up, hold up. What's your name? Oh, it's Fields. What's the sister name? Is it Chip Fields? No, it's not Chip Fields. What is her name? Kim Fields' sister. Kim Fields' sister is her mom, and she was coming on to Coach Baker real hard. He said she's one of the most promising kickers in South Crenshaw. Oh, she said she can't let her risk life and limb on the football field. She let her play soccer. Oh, she said, I heard you were nearly single. So if you want to get together for dinner or drinks, or oh, she is laying it on thick. Yes, sis. You better close mouth, don't get fed. You understand me? I ain't mad at her. I mean, it is facts. She checked her facts. Coach Baker is single now. He out there. He out there in them streets, okay? Oh, so Simone and Jordan is next to each other and dinner, all lovey-dovey, and Olivia looks over like lovingly at Spencer, and he giving her one of these. Like, bruh hand. No. D.A. Baker was like, is everything okay, guys? No. No. Everything is not okay. Olivia had a drink. She just told him, she said, I had a drink. I didn't take any pills, and I'm already working through it with my sponsor, and I'm fine. Spencer is sitting back like, yes. Spencer, D.A. Baker said, is there more? He just told her. He said it wasn't just one drink. She said, thanks. She looked over at Spencer and she said, thanks. Spencer's like, they're flipping out, including Jordan. He was like, all summer? He was like, huh? He was giving Yin Yang Twin energy, like, huh? Oh, a summer minor. What? Simone was looking like, you know, the conceited man gift. She was like, like my name Bennett. Um, and I couldn't make out everything they were saying, but Billy and Dia Baker were pissed. I don't know anyway. And I think what really turned it up a notch was the fact that Olivia just looked them in the face and bald face lied. I think it was that. And then by just, minimizing it and downplaying it, like, oh yeah, nah, it was just one drink, So she was like, so you were this is what I can make out of what D.A. Baker said. She was like, so you were drinking and driving. That's what and then it was like, yep, from there. So yeah, she done put two and two together. You gotta remember, this is a lawyer. She already knew what was tea. Like I said, everybody can just read Spencer. Even after Olivia finished talking, DA Baker leaned in and looked at Spencer and she said, "Is that everything?" She already knew. She already knew that Olivia was selling a dream. So Olivia didn't cry, but she looked like she was about to. And in the whispering voice, she just looked over at Spencer and said, "Thanks." So I don't even want to know what's next with that scenario. I think they're probably gonna DA Baker and well, it looked like Coach Baker went up the stairs immediately behind Olivia, and then it looked like DA Baker was behind him. So I think they're getting ready to have a powwow. Spencer was kind of like head in hand at the table, like, what did I tell you? I had done told you that you better spill the tea and let it know what's wet, or I was gonna do it, right? You know, Spencer don't duck. Spencer don't duck it. He don't. Jamal, yes, Jamal is in the heezy. I don't think even their wedding announcement would trump the fact that Olivia is back drinking because they're pissed about that. I mean, if he was gonna let the cat out the bag, he might as well because his parents are already pissed. Him getting married to Simone is not worse than Olivia falling off the wagon and not telling anybody. I don't want to. I mean, they should just let, just have a come to Jesus and everybody just let everything out the bag. The fact that Olivia and Spencer are dating, the fact that Simone and Jordan are married, like they should just let everything rip and get all of the, rip the band-aid off and just get all of the uncomfortable shit out the way. I mean, if you're gonna do it, you might as well just go ahead and go all the way with it because the damage is already done. I mean, it's a lot. Hey, Daryl, I feel in the heezy. Let me tell you something. All American is on 1,000. The only scenes that I've seen that have been chilled tonight have been pretty much the scenario with Layla and Coop. They've been in good headspace. I mean, aside from the fact that Coop just dropped out, um everything else. Where's the beer? What do you mean? Anybody got tequila? No, no, nobody. I don't have no sips tonight. I am super excited to review Black Lightning. They have the commercial on right now. I am super excited to review the new episode of Black Lightning. So that's gonna be the painkiller episode, and we are back from commercial. She's pouring out all of the alcohol. Coach Baker said that he's gonna take her to rehab. DA Baker is like, we need to think this through. Jordan said he can't believe that he missed the fact that she was in trouble again. Spence said, "I'm out." Jordan said he appreciated her telling the truth about her. He said, "I think I caused enough problems for one day." But Jordan got respect for it. He was like, "Much respect. Like, I appreciate that you told us." So Olivia is on the phone with her sponsor. So Jordan is coming in to talk to her, and you can hear Coach and DA Baker in the background hollering. They do not see eye to eye. Whew. Olivia said, "I warned them that this would happen." Jordan is like, "Listen." She said, "They sent me away from us. I can't do it again. I will lose it." Oh, she doesn't want to have to go to rehab. That's the reason. And Jordan just gave her a hug. He was like, it's going to be okay. He said, we're here. We're not going to let go of you. Oh, that's so precious. He's like, you're going to be okay. He's comforting her. He's comforting her, and he said that he feels like Spencer did the right thing. So she came down, and Billy and DA are speaking to her about what happened. She was like, I know it's a lot, and I know you're disappointed, but I promise you, I haven't. She said she's not doing with the pills. So he said he wants to bring in an expert from the rehab center. So I don't think they're going to send her a rehab. I think they're going to bring somebody in to consult with her. Whew, she said, why don't you guys just trust me? He said, what are you talking about trust? You lied to us for months. She's lying again. So they're agreeing now that they are going to figure out the next steps with the sponsor, and until until her car situation is straightened out, then her dad is going to take her and her mom is going to pick her up. And she's not telling them that she has left several messages for her sponsor, and she's not um responding. So now Asher is in the cafe having a meal with his dad, and his dad is like, look, Spencer's gone now, it's time for you to take over. And he's looking at his dad disgusted, like, this is my family. So, oh, Spencer's mom is walking through and she sees Coop. Mm. Coop just told Grace she dropping out, and she's like, can I talk to she's like, can you talk to my mom about me dropping out? She's like, you're a senior, why would you drop out now? She asked, did it have something to do with her stop speaking to Spencer? And she just said, you know what, I'll figure it out on my own, don't even worry. But she's telling her about her mom. She was like, did you know your mom had dreams and of doing different things, but her education and her stability and her family was more important to her. She was like, she said, I can't let you walk out in this world. Whew. Oh, she said her mom is not. She was like, there's no way your mom is going to let you walk out in this world without your diploma. Coop did not want to hear that. She was like, oh, Olivia is walking up on Layla at Beverly. She's like, oh, she's trying to apologize to Layla. She was like, you might need to say this, but I don't need to hear it. Olivia says she don't want to leave anything unsaid, and she don't know when she'll get a chance to say it again. Mm. She gave her the Wonder Woman pen. She said, you should take this back. It should be with someone who deserves it. Olivia has a clear water bottle in her locker, and I'm wondering if that's what that is. She left another message for the sponsor, and she's not picking up. She said, I get it. Ooh. She's asking and pleading with her on the voicemail to come and meet with her parents before they send her to full blown rehab. She's like, listen, I literally need you to come and talk to my parents, or they're going to send me back to rehab. She said, help me explain to them the difference between a mistake and a full blown addiction. So she says she's going now to go find her. She threw the alcohol away. So we're back to Crenshaw, and Spencer is in the office with Coach Baker. He said he wants to talk to him one on one about what happened last night. He's like, so you knew Olivia was drinking and you didn't say anything? He said, how could you not come to us sooner? He said, he told him that he did not cover. He realized it after he found out that she was drinking. And he said, are you going to send her away? Spencer's like, oh no. DA Baker is walking around Beverly looking for. DA Baker is looking for Olivia, and Jordan runs down the hallway and says, Mom, my keys are gone. My car is gone. So she's figuring out now that when Olivia, he said that at some point Olivia must have switched his keys. So they're kind of putting two and two together now that Olivia is gone in Jordan's car. He was suited up. He was like I guess getting ready to practice, and he's running down the hallway holding his helmet like, Mom. He's like, my car is gone. She said she knew I was supposed to pick her up at 3 o'clock. I don't know where she went. We know where she went. She's going to look for her sponsor. The good thing is that even though she has driven off in Jordan's car, she is sober. She did throw away the alcohol. She did not drink it. She threw it away, and she's concerned because she has left numerous voicemails for her sponsor. She said, I'm coming to look for you. That's what she said when the last time when she was on the phone. So let's see what's going on in the chat. What I know. It's all right, Anthony Garcia. The question of every live reaction is, where can you watch it? So normally I put the links in the description box, but you can watch it on, I'm watching it on Xfinity. So that's my cable provider in the Washington D.C. area. We're on the East Coast, so in the US. So that's the only way that I know of that you can watch it like in real time, like when it actually comes on the CW. If you have access to the CW channel, you can do that. If not, then you can always watch it on the CW app. It's usually available like late that night or early in the morning the next day. So definitely, you can say that again. Listen, this too much, okay? And on top of that, so we learn now that their pressure is on with Crenshaw. They only have a few more games before they're going to be risking their state championship. So it's the heat is turned up on so many levels. Like Coach Baker cannot afford to be distracted right now. But this whole situation with Olivia has him just spiraling out of control. Like he just flipped out on Spencer. He was like, "You knew and you didn't say anything?" Spencer was like, "Bruh, I did not know. Like as soon as I know, like as soon as I found out, I said something." So I hope oh, Spencer, we're at Spencer's house and he's like, "Ma, I need your car." Oh, so she knows. Woo. Grace is livid. She said that she talked to Billy. Yikes. Grace was like, "You gonna sit right here where I know you're safe because first and foremost, Billy already told me what happened, and we gonna get into the tea of how dare her freaking ask you to commit a crime." And she was driving. She said she put your life in jeopardy not once, not twice, but three times a lady. Let's talk about it. Like she was like, first of all, she was driving drunk with you in the car. Then she going to tell you that she wants you to say you were driving, and then she's going to put you at risk of being a victim of police brutality. Grace do not be playing. But once again, Spencer just got red for filth. She gave Spencer something to think about. Olivia is panicking. She's somewhere. I don't know where she is, but she's in Spencer's car. And Spencer's calling. She's not answering Spencer's call. She answered Jordan's call and she is emptying out her purse. Olivia is having a meltdown. Where is she? She's somewhere. She it looks like she's parked somewhere, and she is having a freaking meltdown. She's crying. She's knocking on her car. Okay, so Jordan is at home. Simone's there, and Asher just came in. So Grace and Billy and DA Baker, Laura are looking for. They're out looking for Olivia now. So he just bought them some cheddar tots. He's like extra cheese and jalapenos. Ooh. Oh, you can't hear me? All right, I got you on. Hang Okay, is that better now? Hello? Is that better now? No, that's not better. All right. So somebody has the sponsor's phone, and um we need to find out what's going on. Okay, I'm just gonna be 100 with you because Olivia is talking to somebody, but it's not the sponsor. So my guess is, I'm hoping she's okay, but my guess is the sponsor is either in rehab or she's no longer in the land of the living. So now we're at commercial break. Hello? What happened? Did y'all see what happened? I don't know what you're talking about. What you mean she did that? Um, I'm really trying to understand right now what's going on. This is strange. It makes me really, really like worried. I'm not really comfortable with the whole situation with Jordan either, because Jordan is like a nervous wreck. He's really trying to figure out. I think he feels bad and not and wanting to help and not really knowing what to do. So, okay. So the whole situation with Spencer, he was talking to his counselor, and his counselor is like, I don't know what you mean what happened. Talk to me. I don't know what you mean what happened. It's a whole lot happening. I don't know. Are y'all tell me who's watching? Who's watching who's watching the CW right now? Can y'all see it? Are y'all watching it with me, or y'all? So I don't know what's going on in the chat. I'm just gonna keep going. Oh, okay. Okay. So you're waiting to see what happens tomorrow. Okay. No, I got. Okay, so you are watching it. Oh my gosh. Listen, I'm still stuck off. I think I don't want to say this, but I think regardless of whether her sponsor comes into the picture or not, I think Billy is going to um he's going to send her to rehab. And I know one thing for sure. If she turns around, okay, yeah, yeah, yeah. I see that she pulled the I see. She pulled the bottle back out the trash. Right. So guess what? She better not wreck Jordan's car too. She better stay from behind that wheel. I know that much. She better call a Uber. She better call a Lyft. She better call somebody to spike up pick her up, because her butt better not drive nowhere. I know that. Cause listen. Oh, let's see what else is going on in the chat. Who else is watching? Okay, so you got to tune back in at 9, because we're staying lit. We're staying lit. Oh, she's locked up. So she's okay. So we're at the county jail visitation room where she is consulting with her sponsor, and she got locked up. Her addiction got the best of her, and she ended up. She robbed her parents. She robbed her parents' house, and they pressed charges on her. So she is now in jail. Olivia's like, woo. She's telling Olivia that an addict will always choose that fix. She said the only difference between me and you right now is that your family is out there looking for you and they want you to come home. She said, because you've taken something. Hello. She just took the car that, Lord have mercy, Jesus. So she's in tears. It's reaching her. I hope she's listening. And fast forward to the Crenshaw Cafe. Lord, the Fields lady. I got to figure out what her name is. It's the youngest Fields sister. She she said she's going to think about letting her daughter do it. She's like, "What do you have in place to protect my baby?" Because mm, woo, he is almost in tears. He was like, "Denise, my daughter is missing. I do not care about football right now." He's like, "I don't want to talk about football right now, okay?" She said, "Let her know that she's welcome home with open arms, not the frantic parent message." She was like, "If we don't tell them that, then sometimes they avoid us in fear." So maybe she's able to reach out to him because his whole demeanor changed. And he said, "Thank you." And oh, she told her the sizes. She's like, her jersey. She said, "I know she'll be safe in your hands." He's like, "Yes, that's what I'm talking about." She is, ooh, she love her some Billy child. She woo. I feel you. So Coop is at the Layla just walked in and she's talking to Coop. She said, "I knew something was wrong with Olivia the last time I saw her, and I just brushed her off, and now she's missing. She ran away." So Coop is like, she's like, she's in trouble. And she's like, "Look, don't worry about this music stuff right now. Let's go find Olivia." Oh, oh. So Coop just said she's gonna finish the GED test. She said she gonna finish high school early instead of trying to go, the whole year. She seemed like she was okay about that. So Olivia is listening to Billy's message. So she's breaking down now. It looks like he's telling her that he love her and that he just wanted her to come home. She's breaking down. Yeah, she is having a meltdown. Poor thing. I just hate that she is going through this by herself. Ugh, she is having a hard time. Ugh, we're at 52 minutes and listen, poor thing. My heart goes out to Olivia at this point because she is just so distraught, and it's just I think having that conversation with her sponsor really shed some insight because it let her know that this severity of it, this is something that could potentially change her entire life if she doesn't get a handle on it. And it was very it was very emotional, honestly. She didn't she held her face pretty much. I think she was trying to be strong for her, but when their conversation got real personal, it got real, in depth, and she really started going into the details of how she got in jail. um I could tell that it was very upsetting for both of them. She looks very different. She had on the county jumpsuit. She's down to a buzz cut. I mean, it was very no frills. And I think that really hit Olivia, the things that she had to say, it really hit her. Um, it was a good call that Denise made by telling Billy to just kind of, express his love for her and his desire for her to come home and just let her know that, they're there for her and all that stuff, so that she didn't feel too intimidated by their emotions about the situation to actually come home. So that was very good advice that she gave. And I think it was good for Spencer to seek out the professional help because his conversation with his mom was very matter of fact. He doesn't have anybody. I mean, even though he's supposed to be finishing counseling, I think he probably needs to continue through it because it seems like the counselor is working through a lot of his issues. He did ask him to examine why he constantly, puts himself aside for everybody else. So this looks like she's at Spencer's house. Olivia's at Spencer's house. He's like, "You want some water?" She said, "Always ask for exactly what you need." Is one of the things she learned in NA. She's like, "What do you need?" She said she want to go home. She said she don't know how she can face them after everything she put them through. Mm. Spencer did not come to play. Listen, Spencer did not come to play. She just apologized to him. She was like, "You don't love me enough to help me face this?" He was like, "Where was your love for me? Where was your antennas when you drove me around drunk?" Oh my God. I cannot believe this. Y'all gotta see this scene. This is another. Oh my God, he is broke down. She just left. He waited until she left to break down, but he advocated for himself for a change, and it was so refreshing. And it hurt him. You could tell it hurt him. He was like, "You gotta face this alone." So she made it home, and her family is there to help her. To help her face it. And she's apologizing. She said she'll go to rehab or she'll do whatever she need to do. He told her that he couldn't help her face that situation. He said, "You you put me out there and you didn't even think about what it, and in that moment I think it hit her. She was like, "I'm so sorry. You deserve so much better." Leslie Leslie Leslie's not dead. She's in jail. Um um Olivia just left from coming to see her. Olivia's like, "So we leaving for the center tonight or what are we doing?" She said they're gonna try something different. They're gonna do outpatient. She said they're all going. So they're all going to do it as a family so that she doesn't have to go check into a rehab. So they're going to do it and support her instead of she doesn't have to go to one of those institutions, and she's really really happy about that. And then they said, under one condition, like no more secrets. This was so beautiful. Oh my gosh, and y'all is so lit. We back, y'all. I'm gonna see y'all next week. Make sure you tune back in. Ooh, it's back to playtime next week. Listen, they're gonna be on the field at Beverly and Crenshaw next week, so we got to see. Why is Jordan in a hospital bed? Oh, Jesus. Next week, y'all. Like, share, comment, and subscribe. Peace and blessings till next time. Tune back in if you want to look at the Black Lightning reaction. We lit. It's the painkiller episode. Okay.